And one of the things that you've pointed out in this book, Pound Foolish, Exposing the Dark Side of the Personal Finance Industry, is that a lot of these personal finance gurus are essentially telling us to cut back on the lattes, on these kind of minor consumer expenses, when in fact the real lion's share of new expenses that people spend their disposable income on are education, housing, and healthcare, and that's gone from something like 50% of a person's budget to 75%.
Right.
Is it that our real incomes have declined because obviously in certain respects some consumer products are cheaper? Is it that those expenses have gotten higher? Or is it that there's just so much choice and so much less trust and ability to kind of navigate this stuff out there? Or is it some combination of all three?
I would say all of the above. If you're a personal finance columnist, you have one of two choices. You could either tell people how to cut back, or you can tell them how to make more money. You can't change the basic facts on the ground. And it's really depressing to discuss the basic facts on the ground, right? Whenever I do it, I inevitably get some email, and since I do it all the time, by the way, saying how negative I'm being, right? But in fact, that is what's going on. So even if you're writing week after week, here's how you cut back and here's how you'll be okay, of course you're only giving temporary advice because inevitably the cutback, the life expenses will catch up to the cutback and you will have a basic problem on your hand because despite what we think, as you just pointed out, it's not that we went on some consumer bender in the past 20 years. It's that the things that you can't live without, and I mean healthcare, housing, education, went up at rates well beyond that of inflation, not for a year, not for a couple of years, but for several decades. And there's no way you're going to cut your way out of that one.